My beautiful people, what do we have going on here? A little buffet of yummy food and bridge the gap. What does that mean, Jen? Bridge the gap. We gotta have love, tomatoes, and a book. What is going on? And if you can name the tune, you win a trip to Hawaii. So let me have the production team turn it up. I'm making you hungry. Good. Oh, hang in there. All right. Take me back now. The name of the song is I'm Your Captain. My production team is on vacation, so I'm in charge of everything. Hair and makeup, music, everything. Anyway, hi beautiful people. All right, let's start chatting about why I wanted you all here. And why broccoli matters. So I'm going to invite someone on in about 20 minutes who's going to really inspire you even more than hopefully I do. But for now, I will just pull my cheat sheet a little bit nearer because I'm blind, and we'll go from there. So for people who don't know who I am, my name is Diana, and I am a chef. I am a health coach. I am an author of a really cute book with pretty pictures of 25 ingredients that got me healthy when I diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, April 15th, 2018. Now, why I wanted any of you all here today, my 2 million followers, is I wanted to share with you what I've kind of been doing over this journey since 2018. I got diagnosed, it came out of nowhere, no family history, perfectly healthy, or I thought I was, and I got type 1. And type 1 is the tough one, it's the one that you have to work extra hard at, but I'm doing really well. And the reason why I'm doing really well is I always had a sense of the value of health, and I was hungry to learn more. So when I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, I cleaned out all the food that I thought was hurting me. I wrote this cute little book with 25 ingredients that got me healthy at the time of diagnosis. If you want to buy a copy, just DM me. Some of those ingredients I don't eat. Now, I did keto, I did paleo, I did Mediterranean, I did keto meadow. And now I just kind of eat as clean and healthy as I can. I do eat meat, but I lean more towards plant-based. I do eat fish, depending on where it's coming from. I do eat sheep and goat cheese. I can't give that up, and I eat eggs. But I think the focus that I have on my diet is how can we get these babies into our body, right? How can we really get a good amount of fruit and vegetables in our body? Well, if you do the math, I think every medical doctor tells you you need a certain amount of portions of vegetables a day. I do pretty well, but I personally, as a diabetic, didn't eat fruit for a long time. And without getting into detail, my bathroom activity wasn't so good. You know what I mean. I didn't have enough fiber in my body, and I wasn't sure about the value of protein that I had in my body, and I probably wasn't drinking enough water. So I upped my water as much as I could, and at the end I'll tell you about a product that I added to my diet to really up my water. But I constantly was searching for something that could help me have a more vibrant celebration in the bathroom without getting into details. I am going to bring on this very interesting woman, and I'm going to tell you why. I know that she had limited time to talk with us. So I clicked on,
Oh,
there we go. Yeah, yeah, I love it when it works. So I'm going to introduce you, but I just want to know how much time do we have?
yeah,
15
sorry, I
minutes
don't
with
know if
you?
I joined too early.
No, 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 no. Don't worry. I'll do the rest of it after. Anyway, um, I want to introduce this wonderful woman, Veena, and I'm going to have to definitely do the abbreviated, and hopefully she'll join me again and we can talk later. Number one, Veena in New
Time is
Zealand, and the time is,
11:40
what's the
the next
time?
day. Yeah.
Tomorrow. She's going down
To be
tomorrow. How's
honest, it was
tomorrow
really
looking?
good until this morning. There's a big storm that's coming through. So,
I love it when people are already on tomorrow. I'm fine with today. Anyway, the abbreviated version, because I have two really important questions. Veena is a doctor, like a real doctor, not a Grey's Anatomy doctor, like urgent care, serious doctor, who
mhm.
was living in North
Asheville.
Carolina, correct? Or South? Yeah. At, at Asheville, and now is in New Zealand
Yep.
with
Three
her three
kids,
children.
8, 13, 14. Yep.
Three children? And okay, and fellow husband who's a doctor, so two medical professionals in the family. I met Veena when we both went to IIN, which, if you don't know, is Institute for Integrative Nutrition. We both went for our own reasons. I went because I was a diabetic and I wanted to know everything I could about the body and what can I learn about the body, and then how can I transform that into health coaching, which I'm doing. And my question for you, Veena, with your background as a doctor, like a really serious doctor, is what drew you into not only IIN, but to learning more about integrative nutrition? What was it
Yeah, I
that you
mean,
wanted?
I always I grew up in a medical family. My parents were doctors. They were conventionally trained as well, but we just kind of having come from India, we were like doing yoga at home. We were eating, mostly we were eating plant-based. So we've kind of always had, that mindset a bit, and then even just being kind of getting then more in the active circles and being around sort of that kind of health mindset. It was already part of my lifestyle, so I wanted to be able to incorporate that, and I knew how important that was, in medicine, and not something that was really focused on in medical school, unfortunately. So nutrition was like just a quota of 2% that we of our curriculum that we had to learn, and the
It's a tiny
part of
window,
that
right?
that we did learn was about like counting kilocalorie. I mean, it was really not practical information, and so there really was no guidance to us to really help patients with that. And so what I learned was when I really did start to utilize some of those in practice among my patients, and this was before, I mean, this was not reimbursed to have these discussions with patients, but that was the thing that was really moving the needle, and that was the thing that really fueled me. And part of what I wanted to practice, just as a just to maximize the reward as a practitioner, but also the health benefits for the patient. So really starting to see those changes happening for patients made me want to learn more about it and to focus more on that, and incorporate that with more of the conventional practices. So yeah,
And you
blended
probably
both,
blended
and worked
both
in a
into your
practice for a
family
few
too.
years called Integrative Family Medicine of Asheville, where it really was like an integrative model and sort of taking the best of all of the different things. And we had like an acupuncturist on site, pretty much sharing the space, and we did have a nutritionist, health coach as well, and just kind of having that model. I mean, that seems to be what's most effective. And lots of training in sort of motivational interviewing, which doctors are not typically very good at, right? Doctors are trained to kind of tell people what to do. This is
Yeah,
what you do.
no,
Come back in 3 months, we'll check your numbers again. And things don't typically change, right? People need, we need to learn. We need to learn the why. We need to learn what people's why is, and then kind of go from there, right? It has to be self motivated. And I think that's so much of what, and you're going to chat about it, but so much of what, these tools that I've learned over time, and being able to incorporate that into practice, like really kind of getting to the why has really helped move the needle.
Yeah. Well, I think I always do an intro song, and the intro was I'm the captain, and I feel like we all need to be the captain of our own ship. And I felt that very much when I was diagnosed with diabetes, because they basically hand you a little package of needles and a glucose meter, and they're like, go figure it out, and you'll see your endocrinologist in 5 months. And it's terrifying. Um, but I wanted to grab the bull by the horns and say, okay, what do I need to know about my body? What do I need to learn? Like, what does my body need? And maybe I got it all wrong, and I thought I was a healthy chef, which can be an oxymoron because chefs are not that healthy. But I thought I knew it all, but obviously I didn't. And I think what you've highlighted is the blending of two. And yeah, anyone who's on here knows that you literally get 5 minutes with the doctor. If they're looking at you, they're usually typing on their computer, and then they're like, see you in 5 months or 4 months, and I think that's why health coaching and integrative nutrition is really growing so much, especially during COVID, because people are like, wait, I need more, and I need like a cheerleader, and I need support. So we can continue that in another chat, but that was just kind of the intro. So I did not get to what I'm here about, but the abbreviation is that I knew I needed more fiber. I knew I needed changes in my body. I knew as a diabetic, I didn't eat fruit. And I wanted to find a way to change that. And I found these beautiful products, which I think you introduced me or I introduced you. I think you
Yeah.
introduced me. I can't remember. We were both in school, right? We were both in school, and somehow this company came my way. And basically, without getting into all the science, because I might leave that last moment up to Veena, because she's smarter than me. But these capsules, or they come in gummy forms, were basically the answer to my dream. I take two of each of those colors because I choose. You can buy fruit and veggie, you can buy berry, or you can buy omega, or you can buy them all. For me and what I need for my body, I have fruit and veggie, and I have omega. And then I have a shake, which I'll talk about after Veena leaves. And it profoundly changed my life. I did sign up in 2018, but I took a time out. I went to take care of my dad in Spain, who ultimately died, and then COVID happened. So I took a break, and then when COVID was fading, or I was regaining my muscle power, my woo woo, my inner Diana, and I was coming out of the COVID cloud, I called Veena and I said, okay, I'm back in, but I'm really in. Oh, we left her. Hopefully she'll come back. If she comes back, I will bring her back. Um, anyway, so this product was the answer to my dreams, and it's not a supplement. It's actually vegetables and fruit that are ground up and put into a capsule, or you can have them as a gummy. There is so much scientific research and over 25 years of university research, doctors around the world, like in-depth research, which anyone who's like, Diana, can you send it to me? I can send you anything you want. I mean, it's like pages upon pages and documents of evidence of why this product is actually working great for people. But I'm only here to talk to you about me because I only know me. And she's back. And voila, accept. And she's back. And voila. Et voila. That's fine. Hi. So I
Sorry,
was
I
just
think it might be
saying,
on my end. There's literally a storm coming through. So
okay, so we might lose you again. So I did a
yeah.
tiny mini, and when you go, I'll go with more in. But I basically did a huge amount of research that I can provide for anyone who's interested. Documents and scientists and doctors and university studies about why this product actually works for over 25 years, correct?
Yes, yeah, it's been around for a very long time. It's never been recalled. It's been, yeah, there's over 40 research studies, a lot of them double-blinded, and, on cardiovascular health and on
Well,
cancer
that was my
prevention.
question. So why is this product? Why does it resonate with you and your health values for you and your family and maybe your patients? Like what drew you to why this works for you?
Yeah, so I mean, to be honest, what drew me to it initially was Allison and her sharing it, and then I learned more about it, and I did some research, and I talked to other, sort of like-minded sort of healthcare people in the field that were also in the company and taking it themselves and backing it, and involved in the research aspect of it, because that's you know, I don't really need a lot of research studies to tell me that fruits and vegetables are going to improve my health. But some patients, do like to see that. And I know that's not where money is necessarily spent with research, right? Research is
Hmm.
pharmaceutical companies, and that's where the money is. And that's where, so it is nice that there are a lot of, there is a lot of research to back it up. So I did study it. I'm, as a doctor, I'm kind of a type A skeptic, so I want to know more about the
That's why I
product.
love
And
you.
it was really clean, NSF certified, which is stricter than organic standards. It's literally a food label, so there's no other additives in it. It's something that my kids can take, the same as me. I mean, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds can take it, and adults can take
How
it.
has it
Same
changed
thing.
in your kids' life? Have you seen the changes in their health?
And so I was
Is
like,
this,
I'm already
are
doing
they
all
two
these
years
things.
into having it or 1 year into
Yep,
having
yep, over two
it?
years, over two
Okay.
years, and we take it every day, and we take the quad, and we do the shakes, we do it all in, and we have the tower garden, really growing stuff in the tower garden, picking stuff off of there for meals. We did not bring that tower garden with us to New Zealand, but
I
we
didn't
have it
tell
for.
anyone about the tower garden. Tell them about the tower garden.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just an awesome aeroponic garden. Uses a lot less water. They can have it, in their home. It's year round, so it's indoor, outdoor, and it's definitely cost saving. It's really high quality, and it really what I love about
What
it
kind of breed?
gets the kids involved
Like
as
it's a
well.
variety
What's
of
that?
greens and herbs. It's a variety of greens and herbs, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can grow pretty much anything on it. Some people have one that's just like for stuff they want to juice, and you can do celery, you can do strawberries, you can do herbs, you can do lots of green, any type of green. You can do cucumbers. I mean, you can literally grow. You can put flowers on it. You can do, it's just, and it's saves space and time. You can go away for a week, and it waters itself like it's on a timer. So it's really pretty amazing.
If I'm in
So,
a
and I love
one-bedroom tiny apartment in New York, how much room do I need for one?
exactly, exactly. And it's
I
super
mean, how
fresh.
much room would I need? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think they're about 5-ish feet tall. And
Okay.
yeah, and be a couple feet diameter. So yeah, not huge. So yeah, it's great for especially, yeah, like condo living, but you can also have several outside, and then you bring them in when the frost starts coming. So it's, year round. And I just love how
And
you
then
can
the
get like
children get involved.
you can get the kids involved in the process. Like Moxie was, she would test the pH, and we would figure out, what we needed to do, and the put it together, put the seedlings in, watch the seedlings grow, and then transfer them to the tower garden. Like it's, just getting kids involved in that whole process
I love
is
it.
so important, right? Like I mean, it's right up your
I love
alley,
it.
right? Like, yeah,
Right
just
in my arms.
when the kids get into the process, it makes them want to pick the greens off for dinner. It makes them want to, eat well, and it tastes better. So
Yeah. And then they want to share it with their friends, and it's like, So what are the, I know you probably have to go, you let me know how much time, but what are the benefits that you and your husband have seen over the 2 years and your children?
So I was already kind of, eating well. I was already having a sleep routine. I already, felt like I was exercising regularly. We were part of a, run club. Like I felt like I was already doing a lot of the things. I was like, oh, this sounds like a good product. I want to try it. I want to join the business because I know I'm going to want to share it and, join the community. But I didn't really expect to see like a lot of overt changes, and we don't promise that, of course, to everybody. Like everybody's going to experience it differently. But for me, I was having some issues with sleep, and I thought it was maybe hormonal, but I was waking up at like 4 something every morning, and not quite ready. It wasn't time for me to wake up yet, and so I kind of lie in bed and wake up at 6 something, but like what is going on, to the point where I was even taking like a low dose sleep aid by prescription, which I didn't want to take any prescription medications, especially moving, and relocating to New Zealand. For
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to worry about anything like that. So I was like, all right, let's just see. And a lot of things you don't even realize were issues until they're gone, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so amazing. Like I didn't know that I could feel this good.
Yeah.
And my sleep, literally, it was after one day of taking it that I was like in deep sleep, dream sleep. Like it was fantastic. And I woke up and it was like, it was like 7. I haven't set an alarm in
And you
decades.
felt great. Yeah.
It felt great. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm feeling those changes, like when I was already doing all the other things, just imagine like, most people are gonna find some, serious benefits from it. So that was like pretty mind blowing to me. And I noticed the kids, even just after a few months of taking it, like they really started craving more fruits and vegetables, which is really important too. And like they were actually making, like they were taking more salad at dinner, because we always were offering all the things at dinner, and it was kind of, we do a lot of sort of, with kids, we do a lot of like salad bars and things where they have some
Am
choice.
I allowed to show the bottle of the product?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I don't know the rules. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Sharon wanted to know. So this is the product, Juice Plus. This is the, I'm reading it backwards. That's the Omega. That's the fruit blend. And then when Veena goes, I'm going to talk about the shake. And this is the vegetable blend. And they're basically capsules, Sharon. And you can get them in gummy form too.
You can
Yep.
open up the capsules as
Oh, you
well.
can
Yeah.
open them up.
Yeah.
Ah, a little secret. I gotta thank Ginny whenever I meet her. I wanted to get them in my husband's diet. Don't tell him, he's not on Instagram. My sister-in-law is on. Don't tell Billy, anyone. So I wanted to get them in my husband's diet, and I couldn't figure out how. And she was brilliant. She goes, make them a shake and put them in the shake. Done and done. So he actually takes one of each of these, and then I put one of each in the shake. It worked.
Yep.
It's
Yep. And
not
then you
bad.
can use them for infants like sprinkles. So yeah, just to
Oh,
develop the
yes, I
palate.
forgot. Oh my God, my sister-in-law, which I told you about, is in Brazil, and I learned about it. She had a baby who's now like 21, and when she was pregnant, she met a representative with this product in Brazil, and she started working for him and loved it.
Mhm.
Patricia, put on here if you have a minute what you loved most about it. My kid was a JP baby. She was the healthiest kid ever. And she took these products when she was pregnant. And it changed
There's
her
a lot
pregnancy.
of there's a lot of research in gut health, and there are a lot of families that we have that have been on antibiotics. Like this is conventional medicine. There's a lot of push for antibiotics, and there's a lot of unnecessary antibiotic use. So there's a lot of gut health issues that arise from antibiotics, especially
Yeah,
when they're not needed. So
huge, huge.
uh, so yeah, there's a lot of testimonials that we have where people were like, "Oh my gosh, we just noticed like 2 years later, and we looked back and we said, oh my gosh, we haven't been on antibiotics at all." So
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole nother
prevention.
conversation. but you and I learned a ton about, I mean, it's all about the gut. Everything, your face, your eye, your whole body, it's all about your gut. And antibiotics, which I grew up with ENT issues from birth. Even till now, I'm having an ear operation in a couple weeks. Um, Antibiotics.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I think the whole thing really is about these magical words, like bridge the gap. And for Veena, it might be different. Veena, if you're coming on now, she's a doctor. She's an integrative health coach. She's a mom. She's a marathon runner. She's very well educated, you know, raised like an Indian with the understanding of health and nutrition and a real good, you know, foundation for eating well. And yet these things are up leveling you to an even greater level, and your husband and your children. And it's funny that you mentioned sleep. I went through menopause, and you know, I didn't sleep. So I did Ambien, which I didn't want to do, but I got off after a year. Then I did Tylenol PM, which I didn't want to do, but I had to sleep. And then I did melatonin. I do nothing. I do nothing. I sleep 7 hours every day. I'm out like a light. I don't wake up like I used to throughout the night counting the sheep. You know, and then for me, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a diabetic. I don't eat that much fruit, but I knew I needed that in my body. And, you know, the omega is so essential anyway for our body. You know, the nutrition comes with 30 different fruits and veggies, and then omega fatty acids that are coming from plant seeds and algae. So the product is great. I'm going to roll over and talk about the shake. So I don't know if you can hang or if you can go,
I
or
I do have to get going, but it was lovely to see you,
it was
and
lovely,
yeah,
lovely
I'm really
chatting.
excited
All right.
to have you
Well,
with.
we'll talk more, and I am going to do Facebook Live. So let's talk and see if you can join me then.
All right, sounds
Anyway,
good.
thank you.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Right. So my iron numbers were amazing. I was the only one who did not need any iron supplement. I mean, so if any of you are on this chat, that's my sister-in-law, Patricia, in Brazil. She started this product over 21 years ago. And she was pregnant when she started this product, and she started selling it. And her baby is completely healthy, and her iron numbers were the best numbers that any doctor had seen. So I'm going to talk about the shake, and then I'm going to let you all go because I'm sure everyone wants to make dinner. All right. So they have two shakes. So the reason why the shake even matters to me is that I everywhere I travel with my blend jet. And if you want to know any details, I'll let you know. I get food and turn me onto it. I can't live without it. I bring this everywhere I go. Like if I go to an airport and I don't know if I'm going to eat. If I go to an event and I don't know if I'm going to eat. If I'm working an event and I don't know what I'm going to eat. If I'm going to a party, whatever, I always have my blender with me. And I always put one scoop of my complete, this is vanilla, whole food based shake mix. It is vegan, plant-based, fiber, full of protein. Here's my cheat sheet. Protein, gluten-free, prebiotic, low glycemic, fiber, and vegan. So it kind of checks everything off. And what I put in it, um, I put bee pollen because I put bee pollen in everything. And I put hemp seed because I put hemp seed in everything. And I put cinnamon because I put cinnamon in everything. And then I put water. But I'm a health coach, so I tell the clients that I work with, carry this in your bag all the time. You can add spinach. You can add avocado. For Billy, his morning shake, he had it with blueberry. And I actually put the capsules in the shake, and it all blends together. You can blend them together, and then you're getting the product in with the shake. Billy has like a little almond butter, cinnamon, a touch of vanilla, sometimes almond milk, but usually water, a little banana or blueberry, or whatever it might be. And then you just blend it up, put the water in or the almond milk, blend it up, and you have your protein shake, and you have your meal for whatever period. Or for me, as a diabetic, I bridge the gap. You know, I'm in an airport and like there's only crappy food and I don't know what I'm going to eat. The blender and the shake are my baby. I love them. So, in a nutshell, the product, I know, bad cheat sheet. The vegetable, where are we? The vegetable blend, it's got what I put on the buffet. It's got carrot, parsley, tomato, garlic, broccoli, beet, spinach, cabbage, kale, lemon peel, and yum. And the fruit, and voila, it's got apple, peach, cranberry, orange, mango, pineapple, beet, prune, lemon peel. It's got all the yummy stuff. And it just goes back to kind of everything that I coach people with. And if you don't know who I am, I'm a chef and a health coach, and I'm a diabetic. You know, I'm a diabetic. I'm a proud diabetic. I like to flash it. And I'm doing really well. I mean, I work at it 24/7, but I'm doing really well. But this product has upped my game, and I'm on Veena's team. I'm honored to be on her team because I went to school with her. I went to IIN for Institute of Integrative Nutrition. She's a real doctor, like not a Grey's Anatomy doctor, like a real doctor. She's super smart. She's super cool. She's like a marathon runner. Her and her husband live in New Zealand with 3 kids that are like hiking and rock climbing and loving life. I mean, I'm in awe of Veena, but she's smart and she follows research and her fellow doctors believe in this product. And that for me was the hook. And then my sister-in-law, who told me about this product 22 years ago, but I wasn't paying attention. I will tell you, I don't like taking things. I don't like taking supplements or pills or anything. I want to know about it. I don't want to take it. Blah, 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 blah. I can be a brat. And now I realize that this in my life has profoundly changed my health. It improved my sleep. I went through menopause. I didn't sleep for a couple of years, so it improved my sleep. The condition of my hair, look how beautiful. My hair was falling out. My nails, my teeth, my gut, and my bathroom activity. I mean, I'm sorry. All right, and just to, in conclusion, because I know everyone's got things to do, I was going to tell you the other product that I love. Did I tell you everything? So the research for that product is over 25 years. It provides your body with additional antioxidants and nutrients, which we all need. It removes inflammation, which we all have. The nutrition is filled with nutrition of 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. And then I take the omega, because we need omegas. And I think this is 3, my cheat sheet in front of me. It's omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. It's gluten-free. It's plant-based. And that's all I'm going to tell you. And as far as the shake, plant-based, fiber, protein, gluten-free, and low glycemic, and vegan. So it's kind of checking all the boxes. And the final product that I'm going to tell you about, LMNT. LMNT is another product that I love that was introduced to me by one of my teachers. It is an electrolyte drink, really a powder. You put it in your water. It is full of potassium, magnesium, and electrolyte. It hydrates you because all of us, we're not hydrated enough. I mean, we're just not. And if you're diabetic, I'm sorry, I keep on going back to that, but we're never hydrated enough. And now I'm a runner, or I like to call myself a runner. I run a little bit, very slowly, but as a runner, I have to hydrate even more. And the more you hydrate the body, obviously, the more you're starting to remove the toxins from your body, but you're regulating blood flow. You're benefiting the cells in your body when you're fully hydrated. And I would think the majority of us are not fully hydrated. This product I have right here is unflavored, because I don't want any flavoring. But they have mango and pineapple and papaya and strawberry and blueberry and acai. They have tons and tons of flavors. So if you want to flavor it up, you can. Um, yeah, let me read. I'll read one of the team members. Why are you taking this product? I struggled with health issues for decades until I found a low carb diet that worked for me, but I couldn't get my fitness to the next level. My coaches told me to try and get more salt into your body. Salt is not a bad thing. It actually is a healing tool. When I listened, everything changed. I have more energy, I slept better, and I felt my brain functioning on all new levels. After spending years meticulously mixing electric light home brew, this product was born, LMNT, a tasty electrolyte drink with salt, no sugar, and no other junk. So I think that's all for now. Power your workout, support health fasting, kickstart your day. It's all the fun things, right? Let's see if I could get that branding in. Stay salty. Salt is not a bad thing. It's not your enemy. Anyway, that's all I got for now. A quick little 45-minute chat. If you have any questions about anything that I've been blabbing about, just give me a DM, give me a holler. I want to thank Veena for her time. She's a doctor and she's in New Zealand and she has a lot of patients and a little Chico love. Anyway, so I'm very grateful for her time. I'm honored to be on her team. I will be chatting more about this. I'm actually heading to Atlanta next week for a big conference on this product, and I'll learn more and I'll share more. And I think that's it. And I'm going to probably do a Facebook Live on Thursday. So if any of you are on Facebook, you can find me there. And I think that's it. Do any of you have any questions for the 5 million followers? One final look at everyone. See if anyone has any questions. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. All right. I always begin with a little song. I always end with a little motivational exit music. And I began with I'm your captain, because I think we all can be a captain of our own health. I think we need to be in times that you have 5 minutes from the doctor. But I also think that we can make things happen. We can really take control of our life. We can be healthier. We can be stronger every day. And then we can avoid, the pitfalls that will come through in our life. So on that note, I'm going to end with a motivational make it happen, because we all can make it happen little by little. And again, if you have any questions about any of my blabbing, just DM me and say, Diana, what are you talking about? But give me 1 minute. I see all the questions, so many questions. Can't think anyone even on here. Hold on. Wait 1 minute. I know. Technical difficulty. My production team is on vacation, so I have to do all the hair and makeup, everything on my own. Hang in there, people. I can do them. Okay. You getting ready? We always have to end with a bang. Anyway. Listen to the words. Make it happen, people. Do what you need to. Make it happen. All right. I'm going to go dance to little Mariah. All right. Thank you for your time. Bye.